That's what the affiliates will start to do. So hopefully, we do an affiliate with you guys. You guys say, oh, we have an unbelievable kid at age birth year right now. Our youngest kid is 2001. So we have kids 2001 through 1994. So you'll call us and say, oh, we have an amazing kid. Can you take a look at him? Or otherwise, I'd say, thanks, but guess what? Tryouts are in May. I'll see you then, buddy. But for our affiliates, that's the type of relationship we want, is whenever they start to develop, whether it's now, March, April, not just during tryouts, that you call us and say, it's all about development. We don't want to have partnerships with people who want to hold the kids back and say, actually, I really want to win a state championship, so I'm not going to give you my best player, where we all know for that player to keep on improving that they might need to be in an environment that will continue to push them.
Yeah.
So over here, the boys probably hear it, 3 to 4 times a week, that their goal is to get on the other side of the fence. The other side of the fence being the pro training. So they're training right next to the pros day in and day out. You can't really get much better than that.
Yeah.
So currently we've signed 2. I think we have 4 right now training with them. We've signed 2 kids from over here on professional contracts, multi-year contracts. So the system's working, and right now we have 4 guys that are in training with them. So it's working out pretty good. And essentially, our owners want it to be that team over there is basically made up of the majority of these kids, because that cuts down on, flying to Europe and scouting and doing so many other things. So these 2 teams here are fully funded, meaning that we pay for all the travel, all the food, all the hotels, all the gear they get, all the footwear they get, absolutely everything. The only thing they pay for is their season ticket, because we obviously want them to go watch the pros. We cannot give them a season ticket because it would be against NCAA violations. So you actually do not need a ticket to perform your athletic ability. You do need cleats, you do need help traveling, you do need all that, but you don't necessarily need a ticket. And so at the end, we added it all up last year, and we invest $10,000 per child at this U18 and U16 age group. So it's a pretty substantial investment. At the younger age groups, so we always have 2 olders, 2 youngers. The 2 youngers, we invest about $5,000, because if they go to away trips, then they have to pay to get there, their hotel and their food on the road. But we take care of their coaching fees, their field rental fees, maintenance, their league fees, their tournament fees, I think I said uniform fees. So, and there's no, the minute you register, there's no fee to the club at all. So their club partially funded, the 2 youngers are, and then the 2 olders are fully funded.
Okay.
So the league, so every team in the MLS is Adidas, and then they give us quite a bit of gear for free for the 16s and 18s, and then we have to buy a bit for the 2 youngers. Let's head inside. Yeah. Our offices, really not that exciting. So this is basically the technical staff area, war room where they sit and chat. We have a video room back here. Players just sit in and just have quiet time and review one-on-one instead of, you'll see the lounge area is where they do mass video. The coaches have their own locker room right here. This is our head coach's office, and you'll see right here we have all the academies on this board. So every kid has a magnet, depending on how he's doing. We can move him behind a player, above a player.
On the bench.
On the bench. Whatever we need to do. So he is constantly keeping track of what we're doing out there. So if a player is doing well, then we can, a 14s could go up to the 16s, the 16s up to the 18s, and then 18s hopefully move up there. So we have tabs on absolutely everyone. Yeah, and so we have a lounge in here. So, like for example, today, if like training started at 10, all the players would get in for 9, and then we have breakfast food. So they get in for 9, breakfast food, because we want to create a culture where you don't just come, 15, 20 minutes before training, you train for an hour and a half, and then you get the heck out. That you hang out with your team, so that's why we always provide. There's yogurt, muffins, tons of fruit, smoothies, all that back here. Okay, so this is actually the locker room door. So the boys, the team comes right out of there onto the field every day. And then here is the bluegrass field. So this is the bluegrass field, this is the bluegrass. We can head over here towards the center, and then we can kind of walk both fields. He's very open and transparent, we like to call it, about our organization, and so we constantly have open training sessions, so there's no secrets. Maybe on the Friday before a match we'll have closed doors if we're working on obviously certain set plays or whatever it is. But we want people to feel connected to the team, to feel like they can come out here and learn. So especially in the summertime, we have a lot of college coaches, club coaches that are out here watching, because they have probably a little bit more time off than during the school year. So it's kind of cool that when you come out here, you never know who you're going to meet or who you're going to see out here observing. So our technical staff is made up of Coach Vermees, who actually played here. He ended his career here. Zoran right here with the ball pad, I guess it would be. And then we have the guy holding the ball in the middle right there. That's Kerry. Kerry's a national team player and also ended his career here. Playing here. We have a goalkeeper coach. I don't know what he is, John Pasquarella. And then we have 2 full-time fitness coaches. One of them's Mateus right here with his arms crossed. I think the other one's a little bit farther down. Then we have Mike, who you met inside, who's the equipment manager. We have another equipment manager, the Hispanic guy on the other side of and then we have a head trainer who's Chet, who's the only employee who's been here since 1996, the first day the team started. We have him. We have Kenny, who's another athletic trainer in there, and he's from Japan. He has all these crazy methods. He's awesome. And then another full-time guy named Jake. So we have three trainers, and all of them tend to the juniors as well. So when a junior goes down or gets hurt, he makes an appointment and gets treatment, usually in the afternoons after school, from one of our training staff. So the parents love it because they don't have to pay for like rehab, and they're getting the best doctors in the city. So if you'd call like our orthopedic, it's about a 2.5, 3 month wait, and we'll call them and get them in the next day. And then the next day is the MRI, and then the next day is the result, where most people wait like 2 months to get it, and then a week and a week, you know? So it's a pretty special little network that all these kids get access to, all the academy players.